Hey, Bill here on the 223 Nationalities on the Lentern journey, looking at the word if. If is our word for this journey. And if is found over 1,600 times in the Bible, nearly just under 1,000 in the Old Testament, over 600 in the New, and in fact 24 times in the Epistle of John alone. If that's got to be quite significant. Go look at the Epistle of John. But anyway, the word if, and why is it so important and part of the Lenten journey? Because Lent is looking at the whole idea of fasting, reflection, meditating, somehow looking back over our shoulders so that we can look forward to the future. Lent deals with the whole idea of, from a Christian point of view, looking at our baptism, the meaning of our baptism, and how we're living out how Christians are living out their baptism. And so the word if is sandwiched between the baptism of Jesus and Jesus going to preach the good news of the kingdom of God. When Jesus goes into the waters of baptism, he comes up out of the water and the heavens opened, if you like, and the voice of God is heard from the heavens saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Now, the baptism of Jesus is recorded in full in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and it's talked about by John in the first chapter about what John saw. Hey, what John saw. What a great phrase that is. You know, I, John, saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, in the book of Revelation. When you look at the Gospel of John, quite a number of times, you get the phrase, and Jesus saw, and Jesus saw. But this is what John saw, and this is what the disciples saw at the baptism. They heard, or should I say, what Jesus may have told the disciples following the baptism. But the disciples reported that Jesus heard the voice of the Father. People heard, "This is my beloved Son." Now the phrase, "This is my beloved Son," goes back to Psalm 2 verse 7 about being the beloved Son, and also Isaiah 42 following, where it talks about the suffering servant of the Lord, and culminates in Isaiah 53, which is, "He was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed." Listen to this phrase. "All we like sheep have gone astray. We've turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all." That's at Christ at Calvary. But if is found following that statement when Jesus is tested in the wilderness, tempted in the wilderness, to see who he is. The voice of God said, "You are my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." And that phrase goes hand in hand with the suffering servant Messiah promised from the Old Testament. So the point is, what sort of Messiah is he going to be? Is he going to be this suffering servant Messiah? Well, in the wilderness, Jesus gets asked this question, if, 3 times, if. So if you're Albanian, Nese, if you're Bengali, Geordie, if you're Arabic, Lo, if you're Hebrew speaking, it's if you're Scots Gaelic, it's Ma, if you're Irish Gaelic, it's Ma as well. Portuguese, Albanian, Angolian, it would be C. If you're Dutch, it's als, and if you're our very own Welsh, then it's os. If you are, and the whole point of Lent is it's examining the point of if you are and if Jesus is. So look forward to this journey with you. Check out the book of John. Interesting little, Epistle of John. 24 times, if. Great. Anyway, if. Thank you for listening. If you're Scots, if you Topilit, I say, but it's Topila, somebody said yesterday. And an Irish person got in touch with me and said, "Hey, you need to say thank you in Irish, Bill." So I had to look it up. Gurevmo agut. Anyway, that's it. That's my attempt at the Irish word for thank you. This is me, Bill. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.